Welcome back, everyone, to Mr. and Mrs. English, the place where learning English feels less like a classroom.
And more like having coffee with your favorite couple.
Exactly. Except this coffee might come with a few truth bombs today, because we're talking about something every learner has felt. That frustrating question, why can't I speak English fluently, even after years of learning?
Oh, yes, the classic pain. You study grammar, memorize words, watch Netflix with subtitles, and still, when it's your turn to speak, your brain just goes, pause. Error 404, English not found.
Been there. I've had students who can write essays like Shakespeare but freeze completely in front of a taxi driver.
So today, we're breaking it all down. The real reasons why so many people still struggle with fluency, and of course, how to finally fix it.
Stay till the end because we'll share a story that might change the way you learn forever.
Let's go. Let's start with something honest. Most people think they're learning English, but they're really just collecting English.
Collecting English? Like stamps?
Exactly. They collect grammar rules, vocabulary lists, idioms, like souvenirs, but they never use them in real conversations.
It's like buying gym clothes, watching fitness videos, and then wondering why you still don't have abs.
Perfect example. Real fluency doesn't come from knowing about English, it comes from living inside it.
So, if you've been studying for years but you still hesitate to speak, it's not because you're lazy or bad at English. It's because you've been learning passively, not actively.
All right, let's talk about fear, the silent killer of fluency.
That fear of sounding stupid, right?
Exactly. Every time you open your mouth, your brain starts shouting. What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh? What if I sound dumb?
And that's the moment fluency dies. Not because you don't know English, but because your brain is protecting your ego. I had a student from Spain once. Brilliant guy. He could understand everything, but he refused to speak for 6 months. One day I asked why, and he said, because when I speak, I don't sound like a native.
Oh, that's the trap. Perfectionism. You compare your English to people who've been speaking it since they were babies.
Exactly. You don't need to sound native, you need to sound natural.
Your accent, your mistakes, they're not flaws. They're proof that you're brave enough to speak a second language.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Your accent is not your weakness, it's your identity.
This one's huge. You're not fluent because you're still thinking in your native language.
Exactly. You try to translate every sentence in your head before you speak. So your brain goes idea to mother tongue to English to words. By the time it's ready, the conversation has moved on.
Right. The moment you finally say, I am going to the other person's already talking about pizza.
So the goal isn't to speak faster. The goal is to think directly in English. Even simple stuff. When you see your phone, don't think mobile. Think phone. When you feel sleepy, don't think I'm tired. Just think it in English.
Exactly. Surround your brain with English. Music, YouTube, your thoughts, even your inner monologue when you're alone.
Because fluency doesn't start in your mouth, it starts in your mind.
Oh, grammar. The love-hate relationship of every English learner.
It's funny how people who speak perfectly often don't know the grammar rules consciously. They just feel what's right because they've heard it enough.
Yes, fluency is like music. You can't dance if you're counting every step.
Exactly. Grammar is important, but not at the cost of confidence.
Speak first, fix later, because silence never makes progress.
Here's a truth bomb. If you're not embarrassed once a day while speaking English, you're not learning fast enough.
Oh, that's so true. I once told my American friend, I am boring, instead of I am bored. He laughed for 2 weeks.
And yet here you are teaching English now. Proof that mistakes are your teachers.
If you only speak when you're sure you'll be perfect, you'll never speak. Fluency grows in chaos, not comfort.
You know what I see all the time? People who spend hours watching English videos but never open their mouth.
Yes, passive learning. They think watching, reading, and listening is enough. But your mouth needs exercise, just like your muscles.
Exactly. If you're learning English but not speaking, that's like buying a guitar and never playing it.
Or going to cooking class, but never actually cooking.
So from today, talk out loud. Shadow YouTube videos. Repeat after podcasts. Talk to your mirror, your cat, your phone. We won't judge.
The rule is simple. Don't just learn English, live in English.
Ah, comparison. The silent killer of motivation.
Right. You watch someone speaking fluently online and think, I'll never be like that.
But you don't see their journey, the mistakes, the awkward conversations, the hours of practice behind that one perfect video.
Fluency isn't a race. It's a relationship between you and the language.
Beautifully said. And relationships take time, patience, and a lot of forgiveness.
Let me tell you about Ana, one of our listeners from Brazil. She messaged us last year saying, I've been learning English for 10 years, but I still freeze when I speak.
I remember her. She said she practiced grammar every night but never spoke to anyone.
Exactly. We told her to stop studying alone and start speaking, even 5 minutes a day, just talking about her day in English. And guess what? 6 months later, she sent a voice message. Confident, funny, natural. She said, I stopped learning English and started living it.
That's the secret right there. If we had to sum it up, fluency is not about perfect English, it's about comfortable English.
Yes, comfort with mistakes, comfort with pauses, comfort with your own voice.
Exactly. And it happens when you stop chasing perfection and start chasing connection.
Because the goal of language isn't to sound smart, it's to make someone feel understood.
So if you're listening right now, feeling frustrated, feeling like you'll never sound fluent, please remember this.
You already speak better than you think. You just need to give your English a chance to breathe.
Don't wait for the perfect sentence. Just start speaking. Fluency comes from courage, not perfection.
And as we always say here on Mr. and Mrs. English, speak bravely, learn joyfully, and never stop having fun with your English.
We're proud of you, truly.
And if this episode helped you, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more English that feels real.
We'll see you next time, right here, where learning English finally feels human.